Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me and allowing me to continue to be your daily advocate. If you're new here or you're not subscribed for any reason, please do me a huge favor and hit the subscribe button. Thank you to all of you who have been watching and following me for so long. It truly means a lot, and I'm glad that I can be this person.
The Securities and Exchange Commission did ask for an extension after the individual defendants filed their responses in order to provide the court with the notice of the plaintiff intends to pursue additional discovery. This motion, filed on behalf of the individual defendants, sought to extend the March 23, 2022, deadline for the parties to submit a proposed discovery schedule. Chris Larson and Brad Garlinghouse's attorneys have informed the SEC that they do not wish to do liability-related discovery at this time, but rather that they wish to wait until the summary judgment motions have been decided before pursuing remedies-related research. Can you see what the SEC is doing here? It is called the delay game. For how long do you think the SEC has been doing this to Ripple? But more so, what has been the repercussion towards the case so far? Well, let's see how this is playing out for the case. But first, make sure to like the video, subscribe and comment your thoughts on XRP in the comments section, and remember, XRP Crypto is no financial advisor. Do your own research before any investments. Kindly note that prices of cryptocurrencies frequently change, so by the time you watch this video, it might have changed to a whole new value. Let's dive deep in today's video. Well, individual defendants filed a formal protest with the court on March 21st, objecting to the extension of the deadline. If there is no expectation of more liability-related discovery, the SEC will not be able to make a judgment until it has had an opportunity to evaluate individual defendants' answers, which can include any affirmative defenses they can assert as well as evidence in support of their assertions. According to the SEC move, Ripple had proposed a timeline for summary judgment by the middle of May, which included the filing of opening papers and the supporting filings of documents. Chris Larson and Brad Garlinghouse, two individual defendants in the Ripple case, have expressed a desire to continue briefing despite the impending discovery-related motions. And this is in direct conflict with the views of the SEC. A briefing schedule of this nature is premature due to the fact that the individual defendants have not yet replied to the complaint and proved their affirmative defenses in response to it. Following the SEC notification of its position on the additional discovery, the SEC thinks it is appropriate to meet with and consult with the parties regarding a summary judgment timetable. As was predicted, the SEC responded by stating that a summary judgment date of mid-May is too soon to be scheduled. Consequently, Ripple's aspirations of putting the litigation behind them have been dashed as a result of the plaintiff's incessant delays in the case. In the SEC versus Ripple case, the SEC has the most influence over Ripple because of the SEC use of delay tactics against the company. When the defendants make their case, there is no question that they plan to adhere to the rules of evidence. The SEC has been riven by infighting and embarrassment as a result of multiple contradictions and contradicting remarks, with Hinman's personal thoughts versus public instructions serving as a noteworthy example. The SEC most recent filing, in which it sought to include an extra expert report in violation of SEC rules, sparked a firestorm of controversy. As Stu Alderoty, Ripple's chief legal officer, has stated time and time again, the SEC is to blame. Alderoty went to Twitter in early January to voice his discontent with the SEC and to criticize a speech delivered by the SEC chairman Gary Gensler in November. While speaking at the SEC, Gensler outlined the principles he wants the SEC Enforcement Division to keep in mind when investigating potential misconduct. He also emphasized the importance of pursuing high-impact cases, which he said sends a message to other actors that certain misconduct will not be tolerated, and pulls many other actors back from the line. But Alderoty joked on Twitter in response to Gensler's comments, asking if it appears to anyone else that this is a case of regulation by enforcement? And despite the fact that they may be accurate in law or fact, the SEC is attempting to delay activity just by filing a lawsuit against them. That is why the SEC uses the delay card to their advantage. And as the phrase goes, justice delayed is justice denied. Well, in this particular case, this is certainly true. How about making a public commitment to bring the Ripple case forward as quickly as feasible in order to avoid additional delays? And so, Alderoty claims that attorneys are educated and schooled to show deference to regulatory authorities in their professional endeavors. Alderoty took on Gensler by using an analogy of the SEC to referees in a football game. Consider the scenario of a football game played without referees, in which the teams begin to breach the rules because they are not afraid of being fined for their actions. Not only that, but the game itself becomes uninteresting to watch after a certain point. And so, Alderoti took on to Twitter saying that in all seriousness, Chair Gensler continues to invoke the analogy of a football field without a referee. As a matter of fact, the SEC uses regulation by enforcement to create an unequal playing field, and it chooses winners and losers based on arbitrary criteria that it creates as it goes along. However, Alderoti slammed the SEC on Twitter in December 2021 for making things up as they went along. He claimed that by using strategic ambiguity, the government is imposing its own authority rather than cooperating with other authorities, politicians, and market actors. Example. In November of that year, Aldertori spoke out against the tension between regulation and innovation that exists in the United States and attacked the SEC for failing to provide clear regulatory guidelines to the cryptocurrency industry. We all know what awful looks like, but we have to use our imaginations to find out what good looks like. And that is simply not healthy. He stated that the SEC initially became engaged in cryptocurrency because of fraudulent initial coin offerings and that the agency has not been able to get past that and recognize this as a real technology that is revolutionary. And following this disagreement, the SEC has moved to exert control over the market through regulatory enforcement. Recent developments in the litigation against Ripple have led some supporters to suspect that the SEC is engaging in delaying tactics. The SEC request for information from Ripple's legal team is currently being challenged in the court of law. And investors in Ripple's XRP cryptocurrency have every reason to be concerned about the continuing legal struggle with the company. In response to a motion to reject the fair notice argument, the United States regulatory watchdog filed a reply on February 23, 2022, with the Federal Communications Commission. When they saw a new development in the continuing Ripple action, they concluded that the regulator was employing delay tactics in order to prevent the matter from proceeding to trial. And according to a SEC attorney, the SEC has mischaracterized its past cryptocurrency enforcement procedures. On February 10, 2022, the SEC filed a motion to strike Ripple's fair notice affirmative defense, and Ripple's legal team reacted the same day with a SIR reply to the SEC motion. Aiming to counter the regulator's erroneous request for court notice, the payments giant has launched a legal campaign. It is obvious from Ripple's answer to the SEC that the company's unregistered offers and sales of digital assets do not constitute fraud, according to the company's filing with the SEC. Recently, James Phelan, a defense lawyer and Ripple backer, tweeted about Ripple's reply to the SEC latest litigation update. Because within hours of the SEC release, Ripple's legal team had sent a reply to the SEC. The SEC versus Ripple case had been expected to be postponed as a result of the filing, but the regulator wanted to include new evidence and an argument that had previously been determined into the case. It is argued by supporters that the outcome of the SEC versus Ripple case would have been different if the matter had gone to trial. And due to this, we may not witness the completion of the DPP chapter until July or even later, resulting in a significant extension of the timeline for the case. Hogan's forecast of an end date for the action in August or September was given before the SEC announced its intention to seek the court to reconsider its decision on the deliberative process privilege. A first briefing schedule of 5 months was foreseen by Hogan at the time, with the court issuing a decision in around 3 months after that. But if the DPP chapter is considered, it is possible that the case will not be concluded until 2023. Other options include requesting that the judge accept a shorter deadline than what was originally requested. But is it realistic to assume that the SEC would agree to shorter deadlines? Well, neither do I. And that's all for today's video. Thanks for watching. Did you like the video? What's your take on the sex weight game? Is it fair to XRP? Comment below. Let's engage. Before we come to the end of this video, we really want to thank you and let you know that we appreciate you watching our videos. Don't forget to hit the like button and to subscribe to XRP Crypto for more Ripple XRP videos. Disclaimer: XRP Crypto is not a financial advisor. Investing and trading is risky, and you can lose your money. The information in this video and all of our videos should not be used to make any investment decisions. You should contact a licensed financial advisor prior to making any investment decisions. Any affiliate or cooperation links in the description or comment section of these videos is your own responsibility if you decide to purchase their products. XRP Crypto appreciate any and all support of our channel. Thank you so much, XRP Army.
So enjoy your day, everybody. I'm always here for you. Leave any comments or questions below, and be sure to subscribe. But thanks, everybody. I really appreciate you. Enjoy your day, and I always have your back. So thanks so much, everybody.